best ant colony wins $1,000. It's Ethan v. Jordan to see who can train the strongest ants. To decide the winner, each army will fight to the death in this deadly obstacle course. And whoever loses has to eat this entire bowl of rotten insects. But to train, we need a training ground, which I will transform into the optimum ant ecosystem for our friendly neighborhood ants. You might recognize them from a garden or your house, but do not be fooled. There's a reason these ants are everywhere, and I selected them because they dominate the world through their intelligence and teamwork to crush Ethan.
It's ant time, baby, and I'm about to make the most ant-stoppable empire you've ever seen. See what I did? Because like ant and unstoppable. These guys are ginormous, and there's like 1,000, a million, I don't know how many are in here. I could probably count them, like one. It says they're called Iridomerectoperus. Man, why scientific words gotta be all French and stuff? Who cares? They are meat ants. I'm gonna make them killing machines. Isn't that right, guys?
I want to make sure that their fighting ability is maximum. They've got to go against other ants, so the place they can feel most at home.
The desert. Nobody likes the desert, man. It's the worst. There's no food, there's no nothing. It's hot, which is why these guys are going to be so strong from this desert that they'll kill everything.
The forest floor. This will make them feel comfortable enough to show us their ultimate skills. But what makes this forest so special? Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing right now?
And look at all this stuff we have! That is just messed up though. Why is there an anteater? But we need to first set the scene and use the red hot sand of the Sahara Desert.
This treehouse is the perfect base of operations for our ants to plan their attack. But for a good strategy to happen, we all need nutrients and hydration, which is exactly why I've got this very coarse dirt, also known as substrate, which is essentially going to be our drainage layer. This is going to collect all the water that seeps through the ground and holds it there so that our nutrients aren't lost and our ants are getting everything juicy that they need. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Make sure we get it in every little corner here, guys.
I've got a jar of dirt! Oh, yeah. Oh, that's quite full.
Now that we've got that, we want to put a little bit of mesh down so that it can separate us out from our topsoil, all right? This is your dirt.
Just clean this little bad boy up, and there we go. We have it under control. Now we have the beautiful desert environment to instill fear into our ants. I'm really sorry I'm doing this, you guys, but I want to win this one. So now let's see, how can we decorate this with some deadly stuff? I'm thinking bones.
And this stuff here is going to keep all of that nutrients rich and ready, not just for the ants, but for all of these plants that we're going to be using as well.
And now let's grab a few more things. I'm thinking some rocks for them to climb on, give them some training with the climbing and the arms. And now it's time to make this thing deadly. So let's go ahead and put cactus out. That really hurt. Okay, let's put the cactus in with the prickly bits. Do you reckon you could like lick these?
How about we use some white little pebbles? They'll stand out really good against those pebbles. So that way, we know what their movements are, and we can adjust our strategy as needed to make sure that we crush Ethan.
We're running out of time, so I need to be decisive about this. Guys, what terrifies you? I got a lot of thoughts just then, a lot of opinions, and all I'm hearing is not this. Surely something here will help. Oh, yeah.
And the best bases always have secret entrances, which is exactly why I drilled this hole into the side of our ecosystem so the ants can sneak quietly on through without fear of ambush against their mighty queen and the third. And then eventually over this bridge to join into their training dojo.
Now we have our desert, which is lame, boring, real life stuff. Moving on, I've attached something even crazier to this. So we walk through the very harsh desert and then boom, TNT. Then, as you can see, they walk all the way up here, a bit of rock climbing. Boom, nether portal, because I am Steve. And we learned one thing from the Minecraft movie, and that's that the nether sucks to live in. Which is exactly why it's going to toughen these guys up so much they become the biggest apex predators. They have to overcome all of this, and that will teach them how to be the ultimate ant killer. But we're running out of time.
However, there's just one more thing I want to add. Some friends. Well, for our ants, some living friends.
That's right, baby. We're making it hot in here. We're simulating the actual desert. So hot. So thirsty. Because I researched and actually found out that ants thrive in the desert, and that's not it. We can take this up even higher. We're gonna make even more damage with the lava rave.
Our ant friends are known by a lot of names, but scientifically, they're known as blue isopods. They're essentially little vacuum cleaners of nature, and I've got a couple right in this test tube ready to enter into our environment. You might think the ants are gonna eat them, but no, they actually will live in harmony because they need each other to survive.
It's really hot really quick, hey? Okay, that's because I installed some heaters in the roof that make it get 100 degrees in here. Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Now, these ants are going to be the most destructive killing machines. Captain America ant, he's gone, buddy. We got Thanos now with all the Infinity Stones, and we will destroy the universe!
Now, the real training begins. Whose ants will be smarter, swifter, and stronger? In just 24 hours, each army will go head to head in battle. To connect our nests, I'll be using this clear tube, which is essentially ant freeway. And we're gonna open the borders in 3, 2, 1.
Here they come, they're moving out. Do what we talked about, Timmy. Look at them, dude. They're already demolishing the bone with their mandible thingy finger mouth.
All right, run!
Bruh.
Guys, what? They're walking backwards. They're walking back. There's only like 4 ants in the tube and they're walking back. There's so many here. Guys, we don't have time for this. I literally need to speed run.
Oh, they're moving along, but just before they get to the nether portal, let's go ahead and do a little experiment, guys. Comment down below, who do you think's gonna win? My meat boys or Jordan's garden girls? I don't know what he's gonna call these things, man, but I'm winning this one today.
It's been 2 whole hours, and the same ants that were here before are still here. They're enjoying their new home, but these guys, they're not. So we need to make sure that they do by becoming our very own ant restaurant. You see, I've got these dead beetle shells. Look at that. But we can't just be giving them protein, guys. A balanced diet is where it's at. So we have some juicy seeds as our source of fiber.
Is that guy dead? Homie. Hello? We might have lost one already. Maybe I made it a little bit too severe for the... No, what? He's all good! He's alive! The soldier lives on! And he's taking on the piglin! Diamond swords ain't nothing to these guys. They can take them out easy. He ain't scared of nothing, which means imagine a tiny ant. Jordan does not stand a chance against this.
And finally, dessert. This is sugar water. Just 1 drop of this literally makes them superhuman crazy. Here, buddy, yes, he's off the rocks and he's found the sugar water. And he's going to immediately send signals to the rest of his ant buddies. This is where the party is and where we're gonna win.
We've gone ahead and put some chicken jockey chicken in there for the ants to eat up. They don't actually eat it for themselves. They have a thing called a social stomach where they get all the food and put it in their gaster. It's like their butt thing. Take it all the way back to the nest and then feed the homies. They're actually going crazy on that. I'm glad I didn't put my hand in there.
Yes, my big booty boys have finally migrated into their new home. But they're low-key being fatties, especially when you look at the sugar water. Bro, they are hooked on this stuff, which is exactly what we want. Because what gives our ants their edge is their secret weapon. Pheromones. Essentially, they talk with smell. When they find food, they leave a scented trail, an ant road that tells the other ants, food this way. Then they tell their nest, which they've actually formed inside our secret base. Before long, the entire army of ants is marching out ready for battle. Top tier communication, ultimate teamwork. This is what we're going to use to fuel them for our final obstacle course. Ethan doesn't stand a chance, right? What is he doing?
Now, chicken's good and all, but we want to simulate real world challenges with this spider meat, Mr. Mandibles. Now, we're gonna see how our ants fare against an apex predator.
Ethan's ants are thick with 3 C's. It's all over. we can't beat them. Unless it's David versus Goliath. Goliath was big and stupid. Stupid being the key word. That's how he lost. So we just need our guys to outsmart Ethan's, and look at them. They're cooked.
It's time for Mission Impossible. Off comes the lid, and in goes our spider. Let's see what happens when these guys duke it out. And they're interacting, and he's off. He's running around. They're attacking. They're stuck on his web.
Our ants are already outsmarting their opponents. They've secretly hidden all the food in the bridge underneath these plants, and they've started making their way up the tower. Sure, some of the ants didn't quite make it. Rest in peace for their sacrifice. But we also got rid of the dumb ones. But there's this really cool thing I began to notice, guys. If you get really close, these ants are secretly shiny. And it turns out it has to do with their scientific name, Iridomyrmex, which actually means rainbow ants. Each of these ants has a protective outer shell, which reflects light as if it's a mirror. Essentially the same thing as when you see your soap bubbles and they glow all rainbow.
They've got him! They're taking him down! The numbers are working. They're stuck in his web, though. He has the strategies. That's why spiders are kind of goated, because they have the web powers, but they're weighing him down. They're doing strength in numbers. They're biting on his legs so he falls down. They're weakening their prey. I feel kind of bad for the spider. This is like a 1 against 1 million right now, but we need to teach them how to win this thing.
It's time to dry their hair. Just kidding, guys. They don't need to look like divas to win the fight. But Ethan's ants are literally fighting spiders.
He's falling down. They've grabbed him again. He's in the trenches. They're biting onto his back. They're holding on.
His simulation strategy is working. They're prepared for anything that could come in the final trials. But you know what ants often face? Natural disasters. So we're gonna prepare these guys for an absolute storm by turning this up to a level 1 hurricane. In 3, 2, 1. Dude, look at that! Some of the ants have gone flying, but it's okay. They're going to bounce back, and they'll bounce back stronger than ever. It's all part of the training. But those ones holding on, they're going to be our army generals, our leaders for battle.
All right, the spider homie, Mr. Mandibles, has been camping the walls and roofs for hours. I guess that's what spiders do, but he's gonna get hungry, and he's gonna want a piece of that chicken. He's on the floor, they're taking him on. Oh my gosh, they're mad. They are so mad. This guy's on their turf, and they're gonna take him down. He's in the corner. They're literally dive bombing. You see these guys jumping onto him? They're all mad. They're getting stuck in his web, though. This man weaved a web while fighting. That's actually broken strats. Come on, guys, break through the web. Oh, look at that. The huntsman's doing the little... That's like the dance that huntsmen do when they're figuring out whether to attack or evade type of thing. I don't know why they do an attack dance. They took a leg! He's down! He's down! He's on the lava! He can't survive the lava! The ants are on him! It's over. It's over. It's search over for this guy. I'm sorry, huntsman, but I had to teach my babies how to fight or they'll die in the wild. The ants are taking him down one by one. They're piling on him. Strength in numbers, boys. They have proven that ants are the victor in nature's kingdom. Well, this is, I guess, my kingdom, and this is why I've hardened them up. Now these are the most OP ants ever because they are able to take down a spider.
That is insane! There is dirt flying up into the air outside. Look at the table. It's literally everywhere. And yet, the ants are still clinging on.
All right, my little anty boys are working away at Spider-Man and the chicken still. But we can leave them to that. But it wasn't enough of a challenge, you know? Ethan, what? Not a challenge enough? That's right, guys, because they are going to be fighting against Jordan's ants, which means we need to simulate some ant-on-ant battle action. This is actually a meat ant from a rivaling colony, which means that these guys are either gonna duke it out or, I don't know, negotiate or something. I don't really know what happens here, so let's just try it. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this guy, throw this bad boy in. Yes, there he is. Okay, so as you can see, guys, right now, he's sort of sussing out the other ants. They're having a look. Wait, they're doing the thing. So see how they're like standing up like this, doing the rah, Rasputin. You see that stuff? That means that they're actually sort of asserting dominance over each other. So right now, our ants and the rivaling ants are currently duking it out, and they may even start doing ant kickboxing. Okay, there he is, the little homie ant. Where's he? He's just walking around. This is terrible. This is the worst. I want them to fight Jordan and kill his ants, but now they're just making friends? What if they make friends with Jordan's ants? No, 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 I'm gonna lose. I don't want to eat a bowl of disgusting insects. Ugh.
Over the next few hours, my ants conquered their new environment. But the best warriors still need sleep. So, to truly simulate the real world, I gave them the night off to prepare for the final competition.
Yes, my little anties, train. Why did the lights just go off? Hello? Did Jordan just leave? Bro, we only have 4 hours left. We don't got time for sleep. It's time to activate sweaty midnight gamer mode. They can't understand me, but just know, guys, you're gonna be up training through the pain. Now activate the heater. We are staying up all night, baby. Yes! Energy for me. I feel powerful. I feel strong, but I can't give this to ants because, yeah, they'll die. So we need to get the equivalent of this that makes me super crazy for these guys, which is exactly why I prepared some ant strawberry nectar. This cotton ball is covered in strawberry jelly type stuff. I don't even know the sugars from strawberries. And this is like the same as this. So let's just go ahead, drop that one in there. We drop that bad boy in it. Dude, look at them swarming it. They're ignoring the spider and going straight for the strawberry. So now it's time. Cue the training montage. We stay up all night, baby!
Welcome to the Ant Games, where our contestants will fight through the maze, onto the rope course, traverse extreme cliffs, all to reach Mount Cake Top, where their delicious prize awaits, but for the loser, something much less tasty.
I'm here!
Speaking of losers.
Losers, what will meet us for the win, baby?
What is wrong with your eyes? Bro, have you slept?
No, you see, me and the meat ant boys will stay up all night training. Where are your ants at?
What? They're right here, bro. They might just be a little small.
They are tiny. This is gonna be the easiest win of my life.
Excuse me, what they don't have in size, they make up for intelligence. Something you wouldn't know anything about.
It's game on, baby. I hope you like eating bugs.
Fine, and we're already in.
Wait, you're in. I didn't know we started yet.
My guys are straight up swarming, bro. Some of them have gone into the maze already, but because they're so smart, they figured out the shortcut. They're heading right over the bridge.
Wait, I didn't put them in yet. I didn't know you hired Usain Bolt over there. All right, guys, make Papa proud. Get on in there. Be killing machines.
Dude, there's no way that they're gonna figure out the bridge tactic.
He just went backwards. Yes, mine just went into the maze.
That's the biggest waste of time, bro. Mine are literally skipping over the maze right now and going straight over the brick wall. This is what I'm telling you. It's all about that IQ. Dude. One of my ants is almost at the top. He's making it up the mountain.
Oh, yeah? Well, one of mine just figured out how to go over the brick wall.
He failed. He failed the cliffs. He fell back down. No!
Wait, he's gonna be in the
He's been
pit.
stabbed.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. R.I.P. What's his name? Did you have a name for him?
Ant 3,742.
See, that's why mine are winning, because I named them. This one here is Little John John. Yes, they're raging forward. That's all the energy drinks I gave them. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have given my ants energy drinks.
Dude, what? They have no idea where they're going. They're climbing in every direction.
Yeah, but they're figuring out one just went across the bridge. Look at this guy. That's little Timmy. He's my boy.
They're trying to move their eggs into the maze. They've completely missed the giant prize on the mountain.
Well, I mean, yeah, they have. You're right.
Bro, your team is actually selfish. They need the whole team to get there to win, and your one guy's just eating. He's a fatty.
Okay, but you know what you're not thinking about right now? I got one walking down to your nest.
Uh-oh.
Look at the ropes, bro. Look at him down there going in the spike pit.
No.
Chat, your colony might be cooked. I'm pretty sure my ants eat your ants for breakfast.
Uh-oh. Guys, the Great Ant War has begun. They've taken him down into the maze.
What? Wait, why are they having a straight up war in the maze? He's getting cornered. I told you about this. Daddy said never get cornered. You saw what happened to the spider? Because he went alone, man. Why are you taking on thousands of ants on his own?
This is why intelligence matters. It's all about that teamwork.
Okay, you might actually be right there. But one of my guys is coming to the top here. Look at him. He's slowly, and there's someone on the flag. It's gonna happen. We're gonna win this.
No, they've already claimed the flag, guys. But that's okay. My guys know the food is there. They're bringing their entire colony with them.
I see that, actually. Yeah, mine brought their dead guys and a little snack. So.
Oh, no. No, one of my guys just fell on the spikes.
Wait, Is my guy all right down there? I think my guy's surviving in your maze.
There's no way he's hiding out.
Yes,
You sent a spy into my territory? Why do you guys keep sending warriors over here?
They know that if they kill all of your ants, then my ants win by default.
The goal was to get to the top, not to eliminate my colony.
Okay, but one of my guys is sucking on the little lolly over here. Yeah, he's doing it solo, but maybe they'll figure it out. I'm not eating bugs today.
One of my ants already reached the top and it's going back to tell the others. Look, he's on the rope and communicating.
Chat, we're cooked.
It's going back to the entire colony. Now they just have to move everything up there. And they've already started moving their eggs.
I'm gonna have to eat bugs. Wait, not only has my guy got to the top, he's eating your food.
No, there's 3 of them. Well, that's still not the entire group. What do you mean?
One of my guys just picked up your man and it's ant handling him.
Wait, but it doesn't matter because the homies are coming to save him.
No, the strength in numbers strat is working.
They scared him off.
Wait, he dropped your guy off and he
Have
just...
a great time.
Why are they retreating? They're bigger. Why are they retreating? Yes, look how many have reached the top. That's gonna count as a win, right? You gotta eat bugs now, buddy.
It looked like mine were going to win. And now they're retreating. They've completely swarmed all of the food and the entire other side. They've taken over this entire mountain.
They actually are camping the top of your mountain so you can't go up the top.
Quick, take the eggs back, guys. Take the eggs back. We gotta leave. Get
Yours
out of
were
here.
faster, but mine were more deadly, which means it's bug eating time for you, baby. It's time to eat your insects in 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, why did you do